All right, welcome back. Is it just me, or is every time I get on Madden the server down? It doesn't bother me because I'm only playing franchise, but I think every time I load this game up, it's like server maintenance. I think it's a consistent thing. Maybe it's the time of day I get on to do these. Could be that too. I don't have to have a daily server maintenance or what, but nonetheless, these Bengals 3-4 in a very tricky spot here because we weren't supposed to be 3-4. We're supposed to be a championship contender, a playoff team, but we already talked about it when you got the big fish due for signings, big fish like Carl Lawson. We talked about trading these guys. This is a big week. We have to win this week. If we don't, we go 3-5, and I think we trade Carl Lawson. Now the thing is, we're 3-4 because we don't have Carl Lawson. Right now the team is without him. He's out for one more week. And on defense, we've been struggling because of it. We have Gardner, we have Baker, Lawrence, and Hubbard, but Hubbard just hasn't been that same presence over there as good old Carl Lawson is. And then over there on defense, we do have Alec Jefferson. We are still out, lights out for the season, I think, right? So that was a big loss there. Yeah, he's out for the rest of the season still. Other than that, though, I mean, we haven't lost a whole lot on defense. We have played tough teams. We talked about this stacked division of the AFC North, and we played them, I think, 4 games already. So we're 3-4 in that, while the rest are 5-3, 5-2, and 5-1-1. I think the Browns' only loss is to us, though, for what that's worth. But here we go. It's actually, we have some upgrades first. It's Alex Gardner. Love to see it. Finally getting some upgrades in there. Work on his speed rushing ability. Still only an 82. I think every time we upgrade him, he stays around that 82 or 80, or not 82, I should say 81. He stays around that 81 range. Steven Smart, we're not too worried about him. We'll get some slot work in there for him. And then we'll go ahead and jump into this game against these Denver Broncos, who will probably feel in the same way we're feeling right now, where this is about as must win as it gets. It sounds crazy to say when you're only 3-4, but you go 3-5, especially in a division we're in. Maybe the Broncos don't feel the same way we do. Look at 89 overall, and we're struggling here. But the Broncos, obviously, you know, they don't have to deal with that division. I'm assuming, considering we have 3 teams, 5-3, 5-2, and 4-1-1, I'm assuming that Broncos division's a little bit easier right now. But it still means something to both teams. A win is a win, of course. I hope we can go out there and beat these Broncos. Justin Herbert, the quarterback for the Broncos. All right, then. Got some fresh legs back there. Pretty solid looking quarterback they got. Let's go to, prime time. The prime time Bengals. Let's do it. This should go well because the Bengals play well in prime time once every like 15 years. That's a good start, though. 26 yards to Tylan Wallace. Another big chunk play. A big start to this drive, or big start to this game. Something these Bengals needed to do. Will Disley for 10 yards to Tyler Boyd. There's a sack by Yannick Ngaduku. Yeah, him. That's his name. That was close, right? Second and goal. 5 yards to Tylan Wallace. Not going to pick it up, though. Disley for 6. Stopped at the 2. Do we go for it early? Is it an aggressive Bengals team? The answer is no. It's the 19-yard chip shot for Randy Bullock. Broncos starting off with not a whole lot. 1 yard there by Breida. All right, Matt Breida on the Denver Broncos now. 3rd and 11, incomplete pass. I don't know. I almost want to lose this game to trade Carl Lawson. I guess we can sign him. If we can sign him to like a 2-year deal, trade him in the offseason, I think that would be the answer here. We obviously can't keep him because we have such big cap issues right now. And we got to try to free up whatever we can. We already talked about the guys we signed this season. That's going to make the cap even worse. We had to clear up cap space to start the season. There's a touchdown to Ryan Izzo. We had to clear up the cap space earlier this season. Was it Billy Price we let go? And then we just handed out like 3 big contracts last episode. So it's going to be interesting to see what we can do here. Nonetheless, Bengals playing stout defensively right now. There's a 3-yard loss on 3rd and 6. That looks like a Bengals play call there, running it on 3rd and 6. A chance to put this game out of reach early. 4 yards to Joe Mixon entering into the second quarter here. There's the first for down. John Ross, he's been a solid player for this team. Even around that 78, 79, he's been a difference maker at times for this team, picking up those first downs, giving Jake Fromm that extra option over there on 3rd down. Doesn't have Tylan Wallace. He doesn't have Tyler Boyd. He still has John Ross. He still has Will Disley. Got a lot of weapons for him out there. And we're starting to see those weapons get used here in this game. Incomplete, back-to-back. Had to bring it up, 2 straight incompletions. Had to compliment him. Had to talk about a Bengals play. There it is, 6 yards, but it was a scramble by Jake Fromm. That's going to give us 13. Still a 2-possession game. The Broncos are yet to force the Bengals to punt, but they're keeping this game, I guess we could say, close. Granted, they just went 3 and out, so maybe they're not. 3:21 left in the first. Bengals have a chance to drive here. Again, we talk about putting this game out of reach. There'll be 2 minutes left. Could be a 20-point game. Even a field goal doesn't make it 2 or 3 possession. A field goal keeps it 2 possession. We got to get, there we go. 3rd and 4, big one. Tyler Boyd. And there's 5 yards. Yep, 5 yards. Travion Williams getting some snaps in there. They always like bringing him in there. midway through the second. Bengals incomplete pass, Jake Fromm. It is 2nd and goal. There she is. Touchdown. We talked about Disley earlier. Love the red zone threat in Disley. That was a grade A pickup. Of all the guys we might be paying, I do not regret paying Disley a penny of that contract. Going out there, he's been such a red zone presence for us. There was times where it was Tyler Boyd or nobody. And Disley came around and helped his team out. And once again, another sack. This Broncos defense is getting the big S word by the Bengals. And no, we're not talking about the curse word. We're talking about the shutout. And there's another interception. This Bengals team is, oh man, they're killing it. And then they're kicking field goals. We have like 4 field goals in this game. Gotta do better than that. It's all right though. We're up 26. Second half. Broncos finally, oh, never mind, I lied. I was gonna say finally moving. Tried to run it on 3rd down again. There's a big one. 80 yards, Joe Mixon. That'll stop the field goal from happening right there. Just take it to the house yourself over there, Joe. Bengals up 33 in what has been an absolute blowout. Finally, probably brought in the 5th stringers over there. Bengals giving up that touchdown to the Broncos. See if we can't put some more points on the board. We're just padding the stats at this point. Entering the 4th quarter, Bengals up 33-7. There we go. Finally just chewing some of that clock. Just keep feeding Mixon and kick the field goal. We're just trying to get Randy Bullock a record here. I don't know what the Bengals record is for field goals. We're a pretty bad team in real life. So it's probably pretty high, but he's got to be closing in on it right now with all these field goals. There we go, the Broncos. Like we said, probably brought the 5th stringers. Making some noise. Michael Gallup. Welcome to the Broncos as well. Seen him over there. Gallup, Broncos. It just seems so fitting. Bengals still up 22 though. It'd take a big fail of a game for him to blow this one, but Malcolm Reed says don't worry about it, coach. 43 yards. He's working on that X factor potential. That touchdown's gonna help it there. 3 out for the Broncos, as if this game wasn't already on ice. That ought to do it. We can go ahead and jump through this game. I don't know what we're waiting so long for. It's over. Bengals 4-4. No Carl Lawson. Didn't matter today. Baker stood up. We didn't see, was it, what's his name? Sam Hubbard. We did not see Sam Hubbard in there again. He does not get to the quarterback a lot, though. Fromm, though, 21 for 31, 271 yards. Mixon, big game, 168 yards, 8 yards per carry. Rita, 46 or 45 yards. Malcolm Reed, 8.7. Of course, he had that 40-yard chunk play, but he's still, besides that, about 6 for 20, so it's pretty decent, a little below 3 still. A little above 3, actually. What's that, 3.2? 3.1? Receiving, Tyler Boyd, 101. Tyler Wallace, 105. Gallup, 67. Everybody on this Bengals offense eating today. See how the defense... Actually, I want to see... I don't think we allowed any sacks. There was 1 sack. Worse allowed 1 sack. It's all right, Worse. You'll be all right. Not a big deal. Defense side, we had 2 sacks by Michael Baker. Talked about him stepping up. Is it Ty Myron Chapman, Alex Gardner, and there was 1 interception. Yeah, it's Curtis Duvall. There we go. Our lockdown corner right there in Duvall. All right, so we answered our own question because some reason I thought the trade deadline was week 10 or week 11. It's apparently week 9 because we cannot make a trade. So we don't have to worry about trading anybody. We're all in for this season again. We talked about it though. The schedule softens up. We got the Bears, Cowboys. See, for Cowboys, I guess. We got the Bears and the Lions and the Dolphins in the next 3. Then we got Baltimore and Pittsburgh in 2 more big games coming week 13 and 14. But we are going to have Carl Lawson return from injury. And we're going to try to do our best here to, I guess, sign him for a couple years. Sign him for a couple years, see if we can trade him in the offseason. He's down to an 80. Now he's been around that 87. He really hasn't seen a big progression in that area. I'd like to see his age here real quick. He is 30. Yeah, so we can go 2 years here. I had to trade him. I don't know how much he's going to want. Probably a lot. Yeah, he's wanting about $37 million over 3 years. So he's actually right around our ballpark there as far as how long we want to sign him. What if we go 2 years? We'll bump the salary up just a smidge there. We're talking about 12.8 a year or so for him. Still some good money. But maybe it's not too much for a team can take on that contract in a trade offer. The salary is great, but I'd like the duration to be longer. A better bonus wouldn't hurt either. Okay, so we might have to give him that 3 years and see what we can make happen. He's being greedy though. A better bonus wouldn't hurt too. Come on now, Lawson. We raised the salary. I'm sure you loved it because we raised it. Disley, 80 overall, 29 years old. What kind of money does he want? It wouldn't be bad to keep him. Like I said, I've enjoyed having his red zone presence. But do you enjoy it enough for 4 more years at that? What's he making right now? Let's see what he's taking off the salary right now for us. I don't know if I want to go for 4 years still, regardless. But if we don't go 4 years, he's going to want more money, which is kind of unfortunate there. So let's see his total salary. Yeah, he's making 12 mil a year right now, and that's a lot. The cap is only 5.06 though. I don't understand now with this game because it shouldn't it all count towards the cap, the salary, everything. I don't know. Not entirely sure there, but I mean, if we can offer him a bonus there, he's wanting, what do you say? What do we say? He wants about 7 mil a year, so he's definitely lowering what he wants. Again, we'll talk 2 years. Maybe try to draft a tight end. We are just not with tight ends. At least we're just not successful at drafting those tight ends. We'll bump up that signing bonus a little bit for him. See what he thinks about that. The offer is just poor. Oh, he did not like that. That is not a good sign. Billy Price is not getting signed. That was somebody we should have. I thought we traded Billy Price. Or did we try to trade Billy Price and nobody wanted him? I swear we tried to trade. Did that not save? What in the heck happened there? I do not know. William Jackson, 32. He's still some depth over there at CB. That's the reason we gave him 1 year this year, I think. 1 year, and he doesn't win a lot. So again, we'll give him 1 year again. Well, 1 year and see if he takes that. And this is exactly how you want. Perfect. Still have a chance to grow some depth over there in the CB position. Jordan Willis. He wants $2.8 million for 1 year. That's a depth left end. And I think we have to, at least for now, we have to consider signing that because we don't know what we're doing with Carl Lawson right now. And if we end up getting stuck with no left end, we're going to need somebody as an edge rusher. That's exactly the offer you want. I hope so. That's exactly what you asked for. Alec Jefferson, 28 years old. Again, Jefferson's been more of that depth guy. That's what's kind of concerning here is, do you really want to sign a guy for depth? And Alec Jefferson is that. For $2 million a year, though, we'll go ahead and do it. $2 million a year for Jefferson. Why not? Not a whole lot. I'm happy to sign and continue to play here. Perfect. Love to hear it. Hubbard, you got to stay. We were just talking about that left end difficulty we have. He wants a year as well. That's not bad. We'll keep that. That's the right length, but the financial. Oh, okay, then fine. Be a little greedy. All right, I respect it. We'd keep Billy Price. What is Billy Price want? He wants $7 million for 2 years. Okay, we have a total of $10 million. He wants $5 million a year. Who are you? I'll tell you, you're a 79 overall. I don't even know if we can trade you, but we're going to sign you and walk you out the door so quickly. You're going to love it, Billy Price. You're lucky you're next Buckeye. I got a soft spot for you right there. All right, here we go. I think we're good to go here to jump into this Bears game. I think we'll sim up the Bears game. We're 3-5. I can't believe that week 10 is not the trade deadline. I thought it was for the longest time. We're 4-4. The problem is both wildcard teams are in our division. 6-3 and 6-2. Absolutely crazy. The good thing is we're going to play them both, it looks like, right? We're going to play them both still? Yeah. Steelers, and we got some upgrades to do real quick, actually. Jordan Evans, right outside linebacker. We'll work on his. I always like to give the backup guys the run stopping help. I always feel like game plan wise, we can always throw those guys in there to stop the run if we had to. Let's make sure Carl Lawson's back in the lineup as well here real quick. Should be in there, but sometimes they like to not throw them in there, so we'll make sure. Yeah, he's right there. He's 87, looking good. The defensive line, gotta love to have him back on this team. We'll advance this week. See how she goes. Hopefully a big W. Big dub against them Bears would be preferred here. What you got for us here, EA? We have, there it is, big W. Perfect. Picked up the win. Got some upgrades out of it as well. Tyler Boyd must have had himself a nice game. I don't know how much better he can get. He's got some pretty sick stats there, up to a 92 overall. Good for Tyler Boyd. I think we had an upgrade for a punter of the game before this one. The game against the Broncos, where I don't think we punted all game, had an upgrade for the punter. I guess he got a lot of practice on the sidelines, to say the least. Go ahead and take a look at the stats here. We're still dead last in the division. Imagine being 5-4, dead last in the division. Welcome to the AFC North. Love it though. Love seeing the competition. Bengals looking great. 288 by... That's total. 288. 64 by 224. They had 64 rushing yards, 224 passing yards. So it was a great defensive game. Played great there. We had 104 rush yards, 291 passing yards. As far as Jake Fromm is concerned, 3 TDs, no INTs. He's been having a stellar about last 3 or 4 games. There was a couple of games there he had a stretch where he's throwing some INTs. But he's been on quite the streak here lately. That's what we need to ride the back of our star quarterback and star running back. 19 by 81 for Joe Mixon. Decent game from there. How did Malcolm Reed do? 5 for 18. Still, it's creeping up there. 3.6 yards per game. Creeping up. We talked about it before. It's like 3.2 minus that long run last game. Will Disley, 8 for 106. He said, thanks for the money, boys. No problem, Disley. And a touchdown, of course. John Ross, 5 for 38. Tyler Boyd, 2 for 9. Got an upgrade for it. Good for him. 7 for 77 out of Highland Wallace as well. Pretty solid game there. Taking a look at the defense, it was all Michael Baker again. No Carl Lawson. First game back. Hopefully there was no injuries involved there, but Michael Baker starting to step up. Very happy to see that. We needed him to step up so we could feel better about trading away Carl Lawson, which we'll probably have to do here in the offseason. Actually, we have some negotiating to do. Do we not? Let's negotiate him one more time. What did he say he liked? The salary is great, but I'd like to see a better bonus and duration. Okay, so I'm sure you do like the salary. We bumped that up and nothing else. So we'll bump the salary down or bump the signing bonus up. Think about that. Thanks for the offer, but I'm just not interested in signing. Oh, Lawson! No! Oh, my. Ugh. That's not good. That is not good. The one thing we didn't want to see happen. So he wants 3 years, 19 million and 37 million total. We'll see what he wants in free agency. Man, that's killer. We could have got a draft pick for him. It's do or die for these Bengals this year, I guess. Got the Lions up next. Hopefully we can turn this into something this season. Can't afford another first round bounce, second round bounce. So you got to get to the conference finals at least. We haven't been there in our entire franchise. Whose fault is that? Can't be the GM's fault, right? Elijah Jack. We just continued clicking on his name. Granted, he had terrible numbers there. Chris Barwin, defensive tackle. We do need to scout some more wide receivers. We're not finding a lot down here at all. And Carl Lawson just walked out on us like that. I can't believe it. Unfrickin' real. For everything we've done for you, Carl. All I've done is praise you for like the last 10 years. You're just gonna walk out on us like that? Feel cheated on. Unreal. Get the training out of the way here too, apparently, hey? Alright, we all, what's that work on? Medium pass, tight end, wide receiver. I don't like doing a tight end, wide receiver. I'd rather do anything but tight end, wide receiver. I always feel like that's such a waste. That's why we normally do offensive line and wide receiver or something. We'll go offensive line and running back. Been trying to work on that as well because obviously our next running back is still a 76. So if we can progress him the most as possible, gonna help him out as well. That'd be in Malcolm Reed, of course. We got a 400 on the XP. No bonus. Still hasn't unlocked his hidden potential up to that 75 overall. Hopefully. Still hoping for that good old X Factor. Got some upgrades, though. Tristan Wirfs and Del Little. Wirfs up to the 83. Good for him. 84. Even better. It's taking him some time, but he's getting there. Like a fine wine. He's 26 at the 84. He's actually very solid right there. That's good. I wonder how long we have him under contracts, though. Del Little. Just a backup. I shouldn't say that because was it Wirfs that got injured? I think it was Wirfs. He was playing backing him up for. He might still be injured. I forget now. I did not look at that offensive line. I feel like he came back into 2 weeks. Yeah, he's back. All right, perfect. I think that was who it replaced though. Was Wirfs when he was injured. Got plenty of guys as far as tackles are concerned and back it up. Just not very high overall one. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We're not going to jump into that. 2-7. We can't beat the Lions. We don't deserve to make the playoffs, fellas. We're just simming it on up. Lions 2-7. Home game for the Bengals. How do you lose this one? How do you lose this one? Just like that. How did I know that was going to happen? The Lions, dude. The freaking Lions. They going to lose to the Lions. The 2-7 line. They don't even want to win. All right. Well, we got the Vikings and Texans still. We got the Dolphins. What's the Dolphins suck? We just got these 2 division games. If we can get over that hump, we're good to go. What's worse than losing to the Lions? Oh, losing to the Dolphins. Another team trying to lose. We have just completely ruined our playoff chances. We should be probably 7-4 right now, being completely honest. I mean, we lost the good teams, and then we just lost the absolute trash cans trying to tank for a good draft pick. I have nothing else to say about it. This is it, though. If we can't beat the Ravens, the season's over. So we're going to jump into this game and pray this team knows how to beat the Baltimore Ravens. And it's a tough team. 89 overall, Lamar Jackson and the boys. I think Lamar Jackson. They have Lamar Jackson as a Kareem Hunt's their running back. We play these guys twice a year now. I've got their whole dang team memorized. Take a look here. If they show it, they're not even going to give us a split. Just load us straight into the game. EA means business today. Bengals playing a day game, which means we have a chance. Hey, we won that primetime game earlier. What am I talking about? We blew them Broncos out on primetime. This time, though, different story. It's not the Broncos. It's the Baltimore Ravens. Bengals start with the ball. Chance to get on the board early. 3rd and 4, first down. Tylan Wallace. 5 more yards there to Mixon. Pounding that rock down the throats of the Ravens right now. 9 yards for Wallace. They're down. 3-yard loss. Now it's going to be 2nd and 13. Just picked up the first on that pass. Another drop. A sack there by Kyrie James. Bengals not going to get enough for the first. Settling for field goals. Something we've been doing a lot of lately. That's probably why we've been struggling. 1st and 10, 6 yards. It is Kareem Hunt playing for these Baltimore Ravens. Jackson to Chance McGowan, 11 yards. Ravens just having their way with this defense right now. I don't know what's going on with this defense. It just hasn't been the same, it seems like, this year. Is it polite? Holding them to a field goal nonetheless, but is it polite? I don't know. We've been giving them 21, 30 points to bad teams. I don't know if it's a middle or outside linebacker that makes that big of a difference, but that's really all we're losing here. Everybody else is just getting better, and somehow this team just can't stop these Ravens right now either. Going into this second. It's still 3-3 though. Good thing is it's a 1-possession game, If we can hold these guys to a field goal here, maybe? Field goal, what do you think? Yeah, buddy. Sack Carl Lawson. You prick that don't want to sign with us. Still appreciate you, though, buddy. We're down 3. Bengals got a chance to drive here. Still pounding that rock with Joe Mixon. Came in with a game plan today, and they're sticking with it. 5 yards, Tylan Wallace. Right back to the workhorse and Mixon. 7, 6, and then a 4-yard gain there. 2nd and 6, picking up 5 is Travion. Bengals still pounding that rock. They just don't care right now. They're just going to keep on pounding it until they can stop it. 4-yard rush there by Malcolm Reed. There we go, Reed. Get involved. 3rd and 6, 5. Oh, we're not holding them to a field goal again. Go for it. 6-6. Come on, boys. Our season's on the line. Go for the dang not 2-point conversion. Go for the dang 4th down. You got to do it. You got to do it. 3rd and 6. That's going to stop them on 4th. Is that a 4th down? It was. They went for it on 4th and 6 and didn't get it. What a chance there. Bengals got a chance to take the lead. Minute 17 left. Take your time, Cincinnati. There's 59 seconds left. Take whatever clock off you need to take off here. I'd appreciate a field goal. Over here talking like we was just cruising down the field. None behold, we had an incompletion on 1st and a 9s on the 2nd and incompletion on 3rd. And another field goal. Randy Bullock is definitely shattering records for this inability. Oh my God. You did not just make it that easy. You did not just make it that easy. 6 plays and a touchdown. We did all that work just for you guys. The 6 play and touchdown. And jeez. Bengals gonna have to come back here in a second. Ravens got a chance to double up here. Scoring right before halftime. And they're going to score again here. If there isn't an interception. Something this team has been lacking and they need. The CBs are great too. Hollywood Brown with a touchdown. Bengals down 11. Their season is slowly slipping away. We need a touchdown here. There she is. 36 yards. Joe Mixon. Bengals down 5. Went for 2. A little early to do that, I think. Oh, well. Didn't get it. Still within 5. Still within a score. But we got to stop this Ravens offense. I don't think they punted all game. What did they punt? Maybe once? I think they went for it on 4th down one time. Was that the only stop? There's another touchdown. Jeez, here we go. There it is, 26-15. Mark Andrews. Bengals down 12. Bengals got to score here. No other options. It's getting dark out. Not dark enough because there's an interception, and that will ice the Bengals season. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. An 89 overall Bengals team, and somehow we're not even going to go 500. This is the best team we've had this entire franchise, and we're not even going to go above 500. That's unheard of. And we talk about a Ravens team 89 overall as well. Bengals lose 29-34. They made it look close, but it wasn't. Bengals lost to the Baltimore Ravens. Jake Fromm did have a 70% completion. Didn't matter. Lamar Jackson threw for 80 because, again, he carved up that defense. How you doing, Von Miller? We could use you on our team. All we do is give up points. A lot of them. So we're going to go ahead and finish up this season. When we get it complete, I'll catch you guys back here pending. We're not a playoff team. Doubt it happens, though. We'll be right back. All right, so what was a very disappointing season had to end in upsetting the Patriots to end it all. I think there's a 10-win team. I would like to lose that one because we ended up, what, 7-9? What a disappointing season. So 10-6, we did have a chance. You go back and you look at those games we should have won. Now we lost. I mean, we'd still be 9-7. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's surprising to see us go out there and play the way we did. To be completely honest, I can't believe it. I thought we went in there looking so good. I mean, look at these guys over here on defense. They continue to see upgrades. Marcus Gatson up to an 86 overall now. Looking great. Ain't gonna worry about any of these practice squad guys, but as far as the rest of the team's concerned, it's gonna kill us losing Carl Lawson. I can't believe he walked out the door. I am still very upset about that. I had the chance to trade him. I think we was gonna trade him. I was gonna see what we could get for him, and it's like, oh, trade deadline, week 9. I swore it was week 10. So it's right after the halfway mark. I guess that makes sense. That's how it is for most sports, right after the halfway mark. It's just football being 16 weeks. It feels like really close to the halfway mark being it's week 9. But it sounds about right. So the offense and the defense looking solid. I mean, Hudson, 85 overall now. We have Chapman at an 82. Polite will be back next season. Jesse Bates is an 89 as well at 29 years old. So we're going to have to start looking for a free safety before long. Gadsden's been a stud. It's hard to believe when you look at this defense. We gave up a lot of points because it is just loaded. Absolutely loaded. We'll take a look, though. We'll take a look at the stats, see how this season ended up for us. We did end up throwing Malcolm Reed in there for some games. I thought we'd throw Malcolm Reed in because we do plan on trading Joe Mixon at some point in time here. Malcolm Reed gets some snaps there. Hopefully that helps him out a little bit. We'll take a look at, there we go, perfect. Total offensive yards, I don't want to see that. I want to see defense. We'll look at offensive yards though here real quick, just see where we ranked as far as the league is concerned. Second in the league. We had the second most offensive yards. You know why? Because we settled for field goals half the freaking time. That's probably what it was. I want to see what our kicking stats were here real quick. We'll look at total yards allowed. We are not in the top 10. 3, 6. Oh, we're down years a ways. We're really down. We're middle of the pack. I don't know how that defense is that good. And we're a top 15 defense. We got to fire the coordinator. That's what we got to do. Where is... I don't see kicking here. That's probably under personal stats or whatever. As far as turnovers are concerned, no takeaways. Bengals, I don't think we had a lot. How did we do there? Here we are. Yeah, looks like, again, bottom 10 in the league in takeaways. That was one thing we struggled with. We had all INTs. We had no fumbles. We didn't force any fumbles all year. That is not good. I think that's a Madden stat. There's a lot of teams that didn't force any. They either forced 0, 2, or 6. Funny, 2, 4, or 6. I guess it was, they came in doubles. You got them twice in one game or you didn't get them, period. Take a look at these player stats, though. Jake Fromm, once again, 36 by 12. Great season, 70% completion. Played fantastic, 4,300 yards. Take a look at how Mixon ended up. 5.3 yards. Dang. 5.3 yards per carry on 290 carries. So even though we benched him, EA didn't really agree with us, and they kind of forced him back in the lineup. Oh, well, it happens, I guess, right? It was like, hi, overall, he's going to play just as much. But Malcolm Reed, 83 attempts, 297 yards, 3.6 yards per carry. It isn't terrible. His overall is 76. Star potential revealed, which is all right. Joe Mixon was a star potential type of guy, right? And he ended up at a 92 and grew into a superstar. So we're doing all right there. As far as receiving, 2 1,000 yard receivers. Dish leaving at 938. Like I said, a big addition. 7 touchdown passes to him. For receptions, Joe Ross, 698. Joe Mixon had 313. Williams has still been the passing game guy. That is one thing that Reed does struggle in, is the passing game. We haven't really progressed his passing game stats very much. Been working on making him a better ball carrier in general. So we'll work on the passing game stuff later. We can always get a passing down back, like the Travion Williams is to go in there on third down if we have to. Blocking, I don't really care about. Actually, I do. How many sacks were allowed? Is that in this category here? Sacks allowed. Yeah, Worst is up there at 6. He had to be the highest overall. He allowed all those sacks. He's an 84. He allowed the most sacks on the team. I think we want lower overalls. That's the secret here we're not learning about. Defense, I wanted to see kicking. We'll see how the defense did. 15 sacks for Michael Baker. Give him the defensive player of the year. Called him out and he loved it. He loved every bit of it. Alex Gardner, 5.5. I'd like to see him do a little bit better. Carl Lawson missed a lot of games, and he had 5.5 sacks. So that wasn't that bad for him. 4 out of Chapman, 4 out of Willis. We talked about the interceptions. There just wasn't a lot. 3 by Duvall, 2 by Hudson, and then 1 by Manning. I was more worried about probably the passes deflected there for these CBs. There was 6 by Hudson. He actually did better than the rest of the team. I would like to see a few more out of Duvall there. As high as his overall, he's an 87 now. So I think we put him on a fairly good contract for Duvall, because we just signed him when he was like an 83, and we tried to, stretch out the contract a few more years, and he's got 6 years remaining. That is a good sign right there, I think. And then kicking, that's what I came for. How did you do? 23 of 20. I don't believe it. I don't believe he won 21 to 23. He kicked like 8 field goals in the 2 games we did today. Oh, well, it's all good. Draft coming up next. As for this episode, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you did, a big thumbs up, subscribe, appreciate it, never required. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.